What's up, boopers? In my last video I mentioned what makes MMOs epic and that I'd be checking out WildStar and ESO, but I magically got a beta invite for closed beta 3 for Final Fantasy XIV A Realm Reborn, or ARR, and I must say I was very pleasantly surprised. While the game is still under NDA, screenshot sharing is allowed, so I'd like to give you guys a mini review peek at the game that I didn't know I was excited for without breaking the NDA. So let's get started. So I downloaded the CBT and accepted the key out of boredom, and I really had no clue what I was getting into. I didn't know anything about the original Final Fantasy XIV or the 1.0 version, as people are calling it, aka the pre-remake. So I jumped in and just started with character creation, and I was immediately impressed. The graphics and sound pulled me in instantaneously, and I was able to run settings on max no problem. Now, there were no sliders for character customization, but plenty of options, and with my wife's help, she had me make a cute little character, and I also let her pick the class, which ended up being an archer. But there seemed to be the typical healer class, mage class, and lots of different style fighter classes and tanks, etc. A good variety. Now, starting the game, I was met with more beautiful cinematics. Immediately the game had a story that mattered, and it got me to care about it pretty quickly. The cutscene already released about how the realm was destroyed in an epic battle with Bahamut being the main bad guy was already in my mind as the boss I wanted to beat, but throughout the course of the beta, they showed me a lot more bad guys, and it made me really want to kill them all with some friends. So, when I first entered the game, it took me a while to get familiar with the starting city. Unlike other MMOs recently, this game instantly started teaching you everything you needed to know, with some good story. You weren't just running around killing stuff for people. I think I didn't even leave the town to kill things until I had leveled quite a bit, but I didn't care so much. I was really involved with the story. Now, when combat started, I was a bit reluctant, as it was a target-based MMO, but I have to say the combat feels fluid, and the sounds were incredible. This was the first MMO where the sounds actually stood out to me, especially the battle music, typical nostalgic Final Fantasy feels. I had to rely on targeting, but I could still stay very mobile, and there were a lot of cool mechanics to make killing things very interesting. For example, chaining, aka killing mobs in a row. If you kill 2 mobs in a row that were equal or higher level than you and the same type, it would start a timer to kill more. The more you killed in a row, the more experience each one gave you until the timer expired. This made grinding very interesting to challenge yourself. I should also mention that while there is auto attack, it does next to no damage. To kill things, you have to actively use your spells. So before I knew it, my Friday was long gone, because along with the quests that you actually care about doing, they have these events called fates, not so unlike Guild Wars 2 dynamic quests. Join in the fate and kill and escort, then get experience and gold. Anytime I saw one, I ran in and joined in. Then there were quests called guild levies. Then there were hunting log quests, and before I knew it, there was so much to do. I got very sad realizing that this was only a 3-day long beta. Now, lots of games have tons of things to do, but this game made me actually want to do them. I can't go over any exact details, but I wanted to share what was most exciting to me about this game, and that is the class skill system. You see, in Final Fantasy XIV, you can be every single class you want, also every profession. Similar to Guild Wars 2, switching gear changes your class, and you start again at level 1. You have no need to roll alts, and each time you pick a new class, you get quests to level that class via that class's guild. Or you can do different starter zones for quests, or just grind, or basically, you're leveling your other classes to unlock their skills, which then can be combined with your main class's skills, and eventually with certain class level combinations, you can unlock jobs. That sounds confusing, but for example, I got my archer to level 20 and my conjurer to level 5. Conjurer had a heal spell at level 2, which had archer affinity, meaning it could be used as an archer. So henceforth, when I was playing as a level 20 archer, I could cast heal. Now, mind you, my heal was pretty shitty compared to a real conjurer's heal, It wasn't any good in a dungeon, but it was nice for soloing. So I can't go into much more details, but I just wanted to say that with its release date set on August 28th, only 2 months to wait, I suggest looking into this MMO. I will definitely be covering this alongside WildStar and ESO, especially when the NDA is fully lifted in the 4th beta test phase. So the community so far is super nice and friendly. Not once did I have to listen to a bullshit WoW conversation in zone chat, which was amazingly refreshing. The video and sound are amazing, the story is gripping, the combat is not so bad, character depth and customization is incredible. I didn't even start talking about gear and materia, party-based limit breaks, professions, and the immersive world feeling was definitely there thanks to fates and lack of different channels, and even better, it seemed like there wasn't any really automation for dungeon groups. Okay, so before I say too much and get myself sued, I'm gonna boop out. But if you like, you can read more about anything I talked about. Check out the wiki, there's a lot more information than what I said here. I'll link it below. So see you guys later. Boop.